Nova Scotia Black Indian Stories back with another episode. Tonight's episode is coming to you. Uh, as always, I was just driven by my spirit to come to you. I just come from listening to a pod from one of my soul sisters, Lexi, and she was doing her Q&A and giving her shout outs, but you know what? She was really focusing on um the power of the relationship between her mom and her, because her mom's passed, and she was just saying about how, you know what, how they worked out their differences during their lifetime before her mom passed, and they came to a place of understanding because her and her mom were extremely close. They lived together right up until her mom passed, and I could truly relate to that because she was talking about how her mom was her everything. And as she was speaking and she was sharing her story, and I could relate to so many parts of the story. And she was also talking about, you know what, when her daughter, that just noticing the strength that her daughter has, and that, you know what, she could feel comfortable leaving this planet, knowing that her daughter would be all right. It invoked so many emotions out of me because, as you know, I am a mother, and I don't talk about that because me and my daughter are in breakdown. In fact, I have not spoken to my daughter. It was in 2021. Well, no, we did have a brief conversation, which wasn't good. Um, Probably about a year ago, and so much has went on. My whole point being is that it made me think of so many things, tonight's Q&A, because it made me think of me and my mother's relationship. Me and my mother had a turbulent relationship, a relationship of where, as I told you, I did not feel understood by her, nor did I really truly understand the impact of her story, because my mom died long before I even had the level of maturity underneath me to even understand what the fuck had went on between us. And there's so much to her death because, you know what, she ended up getting cancer. I was probably 16 when she got cancer. I was 19 when she left the planet. So between her getting sick and dying, I was going through probably the most transitional years of my life in losing her. When my mom got sick, we didn't discuss her illness. She was of the mindset, she said, if I ever get cancer, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And so we did not tell her when she got cancer. So we went through life acting like she was living when she was actually dying. And that was probably one of the most destructive things we could have ever done for her, but especially for us. Because I personally was never in agreement with that. Not me, the empath, not me that, what stands on truth. And there was so much that was involved that was destructive in that. I understand why we did it, because it's self-preservation. Some of it was cognitive dissonance because of not wanting to deal with the fact that, you know what, we were losing her. And I could see where, you know what, perhaps maybe even with her, because I think a person knows when they're sick, and she knew that she was dying. And she also knew what she would be leaving behind. So it didn't stop the fact that I was 16 fucking years old. a broken relationship, that if I had my turn back time, I would have had that conversation with her. I would have told her how much I was afraid of losing her. I would have told her everything that, what I had kept inside. I would have healed, tried to mend what was going on between us. Instead, I kept it all in and I wore it for fucking years and years. And it affected every relationship I went into. It affected my parenting. It affected everything. And it made me think of me and my daughter's relationship. And I said, you know what? When I think about my mom and my relationship, if I could do differently, I would have a conversation with her. So I'm having a conversation with my daughter. I know that things are broke down between us. I know there's a lot that needs to be healed. Kirsten, I don't know where you're at. There's an ache in my heart. That won't be healed until. And I think that's true for you too. Please reach out to me. I love you. I love Zoe. Let's fix this. At least let's come to a place of just let's come to a better place. Anyways, I just had to make that. I just had to do this. I had to go with my spirit and just do it. And let's just have a beginning. Let's just have a beginning.